What's up with the what's up, folks? Welcome back to the Puny Humans platform. I'm your host, True Victor, and we are back, baby. We took a few weeks off. We had to, so as you can see, I got a little painting done, to commemorate the platform, and I got a few more pieces being done right now. But I figured as long as I got the logo done, we can start shooting again. So yeah, we are back. It feels good to be doing this again. Like when I first hit record and heard my voice, I was like, ooh, I missed the way that sound. But yeah, I ain't gonna get too cheesy. We're getting ready to react to Big Zo TV. So apparently I seen that DJ AkaDemiks he had another one of his feminine rants. You know how we feel on this platform about Ak. We think he's a PDF. If I'm being honest, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You know what I mean? His actions that he's displayed in the past, especially on live stream with that kid, Nord, or I believe that was his tag. I forgot. And ever since then, I've just had like a super bad taste in my mouth about the bull. So, yeah, we getting ready to react. Apparently, Lauren LaRosa from Breakfast Club, I think she tweeted out Ak lied. And I forgot the rest of the tweet, but I do know that the Ak lied part is what has him having a tantrum right now online. And then apparently a few days went by, nobody addressed it. So Stat Baby from It Is What It Is, she chimed in and had a few words. And then he reacted to her. So it's like, it seems that he has a trend of wanting to address women. I've heard a number of men get with him, and he didn't really have much to say to these guys. So let's react to Big Zo TV. It says Camron snaps on DJ AkaDemiks, quote, "You won't violate Stat Baby," end quote. Let's get it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods. XY.
Yeah.
Big C. Let's go, man. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what it is. AkaDemiks is back
intro
with his bullshit. If you have not seen
a fucking get,
Tell us about it.
I had a video that I released a couple days ago, and it was basically about AkaDemiks and his energy for women. Now, we all know he has this energy for women.
This big Ak in the building, nigga.
I don't know if you are AkaDemiks apologists out there, but I see a lot of the people that are academic apologists, they always want to make this excuse that, nah, he goes at the men. Just as hard. Pause. But I'm going to tell y'all this, man. A lot of the people that defend that and try to pretend that this man goes at the men the same way that he does the women are freaking delusional, bro. Because we see it with our own eyes, the energy that he has. It's always different. And this time we seeing it, man, because Camron and Mace are now involved in this thing. And if you don't know what's going on, let's put you up on game, man. So basically, Lauren LaRosa responded.
All right, so Lauren LaRosa said, "I'm here," and AkaDemiks lied, right? Kendrick liked that. SZA is fucking performing her ass off. The show is fire. I'm assuming that's what that is. That Ak screen is blocking out. And then it seems like it's a link to the show. And I guess he reposted it and said, BITCH, what I lie about. F you using my name in a tweet because you got some free tickets. She's just like whole behavior. It's like whore. It's just whore behavior, Ak. It's ridiculous, man.
To DJ AkaDemiks, because DJ AkaDemiks alluding to the fact that people weren't buying merch and tickets were low, anything for some Drake shit.
First thing the boy says to me, he says, "Who's your goat?"
Lauren ended up tweeting, calling DJ AkaDemiks a liar. I will firmly stand on the fact that it ain't about you defending yourself. It's how you fucking did it, man. And we all know how.
Hey, yo, side note, y'all see I got my record player? I'm excited. Listen, anybody knows me, right? This is completely like unrelated to the video, right? And if you watch my videos, you heard me mention I've been doing music for, I don't know, a long time. And I've always wanted a record player. Like, I'm into all types of, like, look, hold, let me see. Let me show you. How far can I go? I just got out the shower. I don't know if y'all see my pajama pants or not, but yeah. So this here is a portrait of Ray. Ray Charles is like one of my biggest inspirations. You know, the way that this guy was able to create, for one, in his time of music. You know, it was ridiculously hard for people of color to even like break through on the mainstream platform of music, and then for two, having to overcome being visually impaired, like he was blind. You know what I mean? So I think that you know, he overcame around that time to become as big as he is today. I was gonna say was, but Ray Charles is still a monster house, and his music is timeless. So, you know, he's definitely one of my biggest inspirations. But yeah, I got a record player, so yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm happy. And then I don't know if you see, but I got The Boss up top. That's Michael Jackson's greatest record of all time, Thriller. And then I got, you know, Into the Woo, 36 Chambers. That's right underneath it. So yeah, go check out those two projects if you haven't. You must have been under a rock if you never heard of that. But anyway, back to Big Zo TV. My fault, brother.
He did it with the most energy for a female.
I promise you, I'm calling you, your mama, your daughter, anybody. I don't give a fuck.
Which, you know, in turn, us as men, we don't see that. We ain't having that, bro. I don't care.
I'm sorry to pause it again, but listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy Akademiks, like, yo, I went to public school, right, in the urban community, and we was bad as hell as kids, right, and act the type of boy that we would have went up behind, right, looked the back of our hand, and palmed the back of his neck. I'm talking about so hard his head hit the desk, nose bleeding. Act definitely one of them type boys we'd have done that to. I'm just keeping it big.
What kind of female it is, you're not gonna have that energy for no female and then walk around and tiptoe around these niggas, bro.
Akademiks.
Yeah, he a girl.
I ain't gonna tell you again, bro.
Okay.
You see?
That ain't it, y'all.
Listen, man.
And we all know Akademiks is a loud mouth, you know, yelling about this and yelling about that. And that's cool, man. You know, you want to be that. But at the end of the day, you got to accept what comes with it, right? Far too long, people have just been saying, that's the way he is. Oh, y'all know how he does. No, that is nothing more than an excuse. What ended up happening with this is that Treasure Wilson, who we all know as Stat Baby from Camron and Mace from their show, responded. And she said, why is this man so angry? Lauren LaRosa said you lied about the numbers and that translates to all of this? Laughing my ass off, I think you need a vacate. He responded, as we all know he would, to women. And he says, who are you? Literally, I'd violate, but out of respect for Cam and Mace.
This is crazy how this guy says, who are you? And then the next sentence, what he mentions, lets us know that you know exactly who she is, right? Like, what do you mean, who are you? I'd violate, but out of respect for Cam and Mace. Meaning you know who she is. This guy.
Stay in a woman's place, shorty. We can already see, you know, the passive-aggressive attitude that he has, you know, for women. Again, we got to keep saying that, for women. I'd violate, but out of respect for Cam and Mace. Stay in a woman's place. Now, to me, you've already disrespected. Why say I'd violate, but out of respect for Cam and Mace if it's up for everybody? If you gonna violate, dog, just violate.
And listen, we don't promote violence on this page, but I'm saying like that was the old me when I was in school. That's definitely how we would have treated him. I'm telling you.
See it? I grew up with people like this. Yo, I would do this, but I respect for such and such that I'm scared of. I ain't gonna do it because I respect them so much.
Man, shut your...
No, if you gonna violate, just violate, bro. I mean, you the violator, right? Just violate. Ain't nobody waiting for you to have no respect for nobody, because if you had respect, guess what you wouldn't do? You wouldn't say shit. You will find that shit out behind closed doors. I'm sure you could contact them boys and find out, yo, what's going on? But nah, you did it online because one, it hit your ego, and then two, you want to show everybody you big act.
This big act in the building, nigga.
So then they responded from the page and it says, hey, Akademiks, out of all the tweets you seen, you decided to say something back to Stat. Now, this is very important because it further alludes to the fact that you only got this energy for women. Out of all the tweets you've seen, which were probably a whole bunch of other tweets, this is the only one you decided to respond to. And now it's out of respect for Cam and Mate. No, don't have respect like that, bro. Don't have respect. You could contact them boys. Have respect there. And it says, you decided to say something back to Stat. Why? Because we popping, but that's cool. We gonna make this clear and simple. It ain't gonna be no type of violating going on, especially with Stat. Fair warning. Now, I can already see how this is going because this right here is a shot to the ego, right? It's a shot to the ego for somebody who's already walking around saying, I'm Big Ak in the building. It's a shot to his ego. Yeah. So if you felt like he had to respond to Stat Baby, you know he's gonna feel like he gotta respond to Cam and Mace now. Because at this point, the talk is already that you got none of this energy for niggas. You only got it for the females. So now you gotta say something.
You gotta uphold this image.
Now. So of course Akademiks responds to this, man. What do you think he was gonna do? So let's go back and see what Akademiks had to say.
Calling you out of your name or calling you a liar or defaming you, people do comment on.
This dude got chased home from school every day. This dude right here, yo, he looked like somebody that couldn't take lunch money to school because his niggas would make him do the, YouTube. People would make him do the bunny ears. You know what I mean? People was buying lunch every day on his dime. You know what I mean? You could tell by the way he act. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, but I mean, I don't got no respect for this guy. You know what I mean? But you can just tell that that's the type of person he was growing up.
I'm not mad at somebody commenting about it. My thing is about you jumping in, almost picking sides. You could be a neutral arbiter. You could be a person who's watching. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. Mace, when they came out like about, let me see, it's about 17, 18 years now saying that you was fucking a tranny, you ain't seen niggas jump out there and be like, yo, yeah, Mace is No, we just trying to see what's up. We don't pick and choose when two people getting into it, especially when it ain't our business. What I'm saying is my business was Shorty. She called me a liar. Why your co-host jumping in?
What he's trying to do here, and you see the tactics that he pulls, and we see right through it. The play here is basically, let me give you this example, but let me throw out a little diss in there so it don't really seem like a diss. Let me just throw out the fact that I had this information and that I ain't put it out, I ain't talk about it. But at the same time, I'm trying to talk about it. That's basically what it is. So for him to say, when that one time when that came out that you was doing, all you had to do really was say, when I found out some shit about y'all, I didn't talk about it. We just kept it whatever. But the fact that you gotta talk about it now because your ego hurt, it says a lot, bruh. But let's continue.
This ain't no about picking on Stat or whatever. Bruh, when just calling you out of your name and you defending yourself, if anybody else jumped in, piling on with the other person, you would feel offended. You ain't see the whole media jump in basically saying, oh, nah, Mace was fucking trannies. No. So just stay out of my business. And I'm saying it respectfully for all of y'all. Stay out of my business. Woman called me a liar. I'm defending myself. Please don't jump in and try to pick a side already. Unless you're trying to say you're trying to get it up with me. Same thing with Cam. Yo, Cam, when niggas was saying you got socked in the eye by whoever the fuck, well, True Life, this and third, and you showing the pool, this and, bruv, nobody jumped in. I love your music. Nobody jumped in and was just like, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, Cam probably did. No, we let y'all brothers go back and forth, even though niggas did comment on it. Niggas commented about y'all going back and forth. Niggas ain't pick a side. So my thing is, brother, I get it. Y'all sensitive because that's y'all co-host and y'all gonna stick up for that person. But why the fuck she in my business?
Yo, I can't even listen to this dude's voice like after a certain amount of time. He making me have to go take a shit listening to this.
And it's always funny just hearing academics cry about people being in his business when being in people's business is literally his pastime. Like,
He's
bro,
like
if
whining.
anybody's in anybody's business, it's you, bro. Like, what are we even talking about, bro? Like, to complain about picking and choosing
Bro, he's
when
whining.
you are picking and choosing every single time, bro.
Like what I say, it's like he's just whining. It's kind of like unbearable.
Choosing what you want to get upset at. You want to get upset at this situation because it was a female involved. And it's, to you, it feels like easy pickings. So this is what you did. The problem is that it ain't flying like that, bro. So now that you got one media host that you went after, Lauren LaRosa, and then you also got Charlamagne and DJ Envy up there, who you had no smoke for, had nothing to say to, but you decided in that rant that you did, you wanted to throw in Just Hilarious too. So you picked both female host on that show for you to go at, and you left the male host alone. Then you come over to Stat Baby, and now it's, I like Camron and Mace. I like the show. I like them. Out of respect for them. I'm not gonna violate. Right. No,
but what's crazy is, right? He would say out of respect for Cam and Mace, right? What's crazy is he actually got a bigger relationship with Charlamagne than he got with Cam or Mace, right? But out of respect for them, for Charlamagne, you're not gonna go at the girl Lauren LaRosa like that, or even they co-host Just Hilarious, right? So that small tidbit right there lets you know that this ain't about respect when it comes to Cam and Mace, right? It's about fear. That's all. That's all fear based. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like he's trying to dress it up like it's respect. I still go at her if that's what y'all. But why you ain't tread? It's like he's treading lightly with her, right? Why you ain't tread lightly with Lauren LaRosa? Because you don't necessarily fear Charlamagne, right? So it ain't really got nothing to do with respect. I'm telling you, I see through these type boys. He's like a motherfucking parchment paper, right? Like, come on, bro. You see through, man.
If you gonna violate, dog. Stop all this extra shit, man. Like, trying to like save the bridge. If you gonna burn it, burn that motherfucker, bro. Don't light a match and watch me, bro. Burn it. What we talking about?
My business is with this woman who called me out my name, called me a liar. You ain't see that tweet? Do I gotta bring y'all back? Because I rock with these brothers. But the idea,
First of all, for better context, I just read the joint. She didn't say that he was a liar. She said, what did she say? What did she say? She said, Akademiks lied. She never called him out his name. He just whining and making stuff up. You see it right there, y'all. I'm here and Akademiks lied. She never called him a liar. I mean, if that's the hill you want to die on.
Yeah,
because I rock with these brothers.
understand the idea of defending your co-host, but I ain't gonna understand no type of lame activity and y'all thinking that I shouldn't respond to y'all co-host when she jump in my business. She jump in my...
All right, I can't listen to this guy voice anymore. If y'all want to watch the rest of it, this is Big Zo TV. Like I said, it says Camron snaps on DJ Akademiks, quote, "You won't violate Stat Baby," quote, and that is the discourse between It Is What It Is podcast, I think it is, and DJ Akademiks. So yeah, y'all, listen, we are back. You can expect a lot more content coming from the page now. I think we was on like a month hiatus or something like that. I was dying to get back on camera and on this mic, honestly, but you know, we just had to get some stuff taken care of. Like I said, I had to get the beautiful painting done. I hope y'all like it. It is the logo of the platform. I did a little rearranging as well in here, so y'all can see that. We got our Walking Dead up there. That's the Walking Dead. I'm only got 4 editions right now. We got all of our, those is our Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comics. I'm a huge Mighty Morphin fan, as you can see by the Red Ranger helmet up top. I already showed y'all the comics and everything. I mean the records over there. I got a lot more records coming to the collection. And yeah, that's about it. We got our our pop heads over there. Michael Jackson. You got the Notorious B.I.G. And yeah, we're gonna keep adding to it as time goes on. But for now, oh wait, hold up. I almost forgot to address this. Then we just went over 20 minutes too. But listen, Fat Joe, I seen that he said something. I doubt you see this, but I want to talk to you personally, brother. You said that people can only speak on hip hop if they had I think it was like a hit record or if they've been robbed of their money on stage or I don't know, something of the nature. Right? I want to tell you this, right? I want to look right in your face and tell you this. I speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on. You hear me? And I'm pretty sure I speak for the rest of hip hop media, right? When I say this, okay? I mean, necessarily don't consider myself only a hip hop platform because we do a number of things over here, and we're gonna be getting into a lot more. We're very eclectic, right? But of that eclection, hip hop is in there. Okay, I've been writing music since I was 17. Oh, damn. I added an extra 10 years onto that. I've been writing music since I was 7 years old. Okay, my mom bought me a karaoke machine. Making beats was never really my thing. My dad, actually, he used to make beats on our wash machine, and I would rap to them. I started freestyling at 7 years old. Okay, I was writing R&B music at 9. Okay, so when I tell you I'm a student of this, right? Like, and I don't even think you necessarily have to be that to give an opinion on. I mean, I'm just stating my stance, but people actually do got ears, brother. People got ears. They listen, right? And if you listen, you can form an opinion. Understand what I'm saying? Now, as far as how much credibility is linked to those people that their opinion is coming from. Now that's a completely different conversation, right? But to say that people shouldn't be speaking on it, especially when you just entered the content space, right? I mean, people could take it and say, on the other hand, what? If you ain't been making content, then you shouldn't have a podcast. If you ain't been making content, you shouldn't have a podcast, brother. You just got into they space. I say they because, I mean, I'm kind of a little fresh to this, wet behind the ear, to this content creation thing. But, like, you can't hop into, you got to humble yourself, brother. You feel me? And I know this. Jada ain't had too much to say on that topic. You feel what I'm saying? Because he already know you was coming out the side of your neck with that. So, I just wanted to address that because I felt like that was a lame ass statement. And like I said, I doubt you hear this, but I know I got it off my chest. Anyway, we are back, folks. Please stay tuned. It'll be a lot more coming from the platform. Again, I'm your host, True Victor, and this is the Puny Humans platform. What's up with the walls?